Being a kid growing up in Texas, always wanting to come to Texas, it was a dream of mine to get to be here. You're obviously not from Texas. You came from a long way away. What do you tell your friends back home about this place?
That you won't understand it until you get here. They didn't understand it when my first season, and each year they've been watching, and it blows their mind every year. There's nothing like this back home. There's no college sport or anything like this, so they get to watch it on TV and they're extremely jealous.
When did it finally click for you? Like, I'm good enough to be here. Not only good enough to be here, I can actually be a difference maker.
It was in the off season, because I came in my first year right before fall camp. Didn't really get to train with the guys in the off season, but in the off season I was hitting the weights hard, competing every week with these guys. And I remember seeing a quote online, something about me saying his freshman year was a disappointment. The only memorable thing he did was drop the ball against Oklahoma State. And I was like, oh, all right.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
And then that was right before the Notre Dame game, so I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder. I was like, all right, I'll prove you guys wrong.
How do you think the guys on the team responded to you? They all want our jobs until game day.
Yeah.
And then none of them want our jobs.
Yeah.
So, the more you can show them it's important to you and work hard like you've been doing, they quietly are your biggest fans.
No, they've been super supportive, especially this year. I hit a punt and I run to the sideline and everyone's jumping, celebrating, giving me a hug and everything. And that's the best feeling you can get, is seeing your team appreciate it more than anything. You love your teammates, and to get their approval is massive.
The Home Depot Award Show, College Football Award Show, the Ray Guy Award, obviously a very prestigious award named after the greatest punter to ever play. You were this year's recipient. Tell me what that means to you.
It means a lot. I said to my parents before I even came here, before out of school or anything, I saw an Australian guy had won it, and when I decided I wanted to be a punter at college, I said, I'm going to win that award. Just wait, I'm going to work to win that award. And then when it happened, to have my parents next to me and to enjoy that experience as well, it seemed like a dream. I just had flashbacks to me saying that when we were at dinner and talking about it. And then for it to happen just really showed me what hard work can get you, which is a good lesson, I felt like, for myself, that I worked hard to achieve a goal, and it happened. So I feel like I'm just going to keep that mentality going forward.
Well, I want to thank you, because something you're about to experience as a former Longhorn, when you're a former Longhorn, you feel a part of any success that the Longhorns continue to have. And so I was sitting in Arizona trying to get ready for one of my games. I have that on. I saw you got the award, and there was a part of me made me proud. So I want to thank you for that.
Michael Dickson might be the MVP of this game. 11 punts, 10 of them inside the 20, and a whole lot of them inside the 5.
Punter Michael Dickson is our player of the game and our MVP.
As a specialist, we're usually put off on the other field kind of by ourselves, and we have to hear our teammates or maybe the coaches, people in the stands, talk about how easy our jobs are and anyone could do it, blah, 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 blah. How meaningful was it to you to be named the MVP? Because for a guy that's over on the other field doing his own thing that everyone makes fun of, and now all of a sudden he's the most valuable player of a bowl game, what'd that mean to you?
It meant a lot, to be able to kind of break the stereotype of us just being like a forgotten part of the game. To get people to vote for me as the MVP of a bowl game just means so much. And my teammates recognized my worth all year, the coaches did as well, but to have it come from a wider audience, and that meant a lot. I was never expecting something like that. I'm always just trying to do my job, but to get recognition like that is massive.
So as you are considering going to the NFL or staying at the University of Texas, tell me what was going through your mind and how you rank things, and just kind of what went into that decision-making process. Because I didn't have that luxury. I knew I needed to play a full 4 years. The year I came out, there wasn't a kicker or punter drafted. Lucky for me, First year ever in the NFL draft. So it was a little bit different back then. Combine was different. Tell me about these days, 25 years later, whatever it is, what went into your decision?
The punter class coming out now is loaded with incredible punters.
Yep.
There were 7 of us at the Combine, all extremely talented. And I felt like that was one of the reasons why I wanted to come out now. If I'm going to make it, I want to make it against some of the best guys coming out: J.K. Scott, Johnny Townsend, Trevor Daniel. You got a whole list of guys that are extremely talented, and so I thought that if I'm going to come out, I want to compete against the best. I had that feeling in my gut that I had before coming to Texas. I had the same feeling in my gut about leaving early. I had to just act on it. I know it was a risky thing, but either way, I'm just going to keep fighting until I get a spot in the NFL. So I thought, why not just pull the trigger now and try and reach my dream.
So the NFL Combine, we all hear about the crazy stories and experiences guys have. It's a lot different now than it was when I went through it. Tell me, you're getting home from it, it's fresh on your mind. What was the strangest thing that happened to you while you were there?
The Seahawks asking me if I'm competitive and everything like that, and we were talking about that for a while. They're like, all right, let's test it. See how long you can go without blinking. I was like, all right. Tried. And then like a bit of wind hit my eyes, so I like blinked. And they're like, all right, that was 14 seconds. I was like, oh man, it's not very good, is it? Like, you can go again if you want. I was like, all right, let's go again. And was like trying to find a way to block the wind and trying to look in a dark spot, thinking that'll help my pupils, overthinking it. And they're like, all right, that was better. You want to go again? I was like, all right. And then I was sitting there, I was like, am I allowed to hold my eyes open? They're like, no. So I was like, all right. So then I just started like looking around the room to just try and keep my eyes feeling fresh. So then I was doing that forever, and they're like, all right, good.
Were you aware when you came to the University of Texas, the great, rich kicking specialist history we have here?
Not at all.
You probably now do know some of the great kickers and punters that have been here throughout the years. That was one of the big reasons I wanted to come here. How does it feel now to have your name on that list?
I mean, it feels incredible. When Moncrief was being reconstructed and everything, they've got this All-American wall, and they got all the pictures of the different kickers and punters throughout the years. And to see my name up there with all those guys, and to see all the great plays that you hear about, to see my name up there with them is the biggest compliment you can possibly get.
I don't know about DBU. It should be KPU.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, right now we have myself, we have Justin Tucker, we have Nick Rose, and we're going to be the only school with 4 in the National Football League. As you enter the NFL, you're going to walk into an NFL locker room, and there's going to be a dude with gray hair, no hair, grown kids, all that. How's that going to feel to be in a locker room with a dude like that? What if you were holding for me next year?
I think it'd be cool. I feel like every man is kind of a boy at heart anyway.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, you just treat everyone the same. They're going to have the same sense of humor. From what I've experienced, you laugh about the same things, and everyone's doing the job of football that we all love. So that's instantly something that you have in common with your teammates. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to meeting new people, hopefully, and creating new bonds with teammates.